I'm sure at some point or another you have come across these famous Tombow dual brush pens. Let's bust these out for a second so you can see them in action. As you can see, these pens are a little bit bigger than your standard pen, measuring in at about 7.5 inches, where your standard pen is going to be about 5.5 inches. The barrel is mostly black with some white labeling, and there is a colorful cap indicating the color of the pen. And since it's a dual brush pen, let's take a look at the two different tips. We have the brush tip over here, and on the other end is a bullet tip. The brush tip is made out of strong nylon fibers, which help it be nice and flexible and durable while you're using it for things like brush lettering. But it doesn't have individual bristles like you'd find on an actual paintbrush. Most sets of Tombow dual brush pens will come with a colorless blender like this one, which you can use to blend the water-based ink from one color to another very smoothly. Now let's talk about the pros of these markers. First, I love the fact that there are two tips to these markers. I use the brush tip way more often than the bullet tip, but I do really enjoy having the bullet tip as an option because it just opens up a lot of opportunities. Another thing I love about Tombow dual brush pens is how many colors they have available. Do I need all the colors? No. But I do love knowing that there's tons of options to choose from whenever I'm shopping and adding to my collection. Another thing I love is that the brush tip is super great for beginner letterers. It's just got such a nice texture with the nylon tip, and it's really, really resilient, so you don't need to worry about accidentally damaging it while you're learning. In fact, I always recommend Tombow dual brush pens for new letterers. While I personally don't use the colorless blenders that often, it is a really nice pro for the people who want that kind of option on the table. The colorless blenders with the water-based ink makes it easy to achieve smooth transitions and get some really cool effects. And because the ink is water-based, you can use a paintbrush with clean water to also get some really cool blending.